Hey, it's Evie, welcome to my channel. Today, giving up on the law of attraction. Are you at the end of your tether, frustrated, you can't get what you want, you don't seem to be getting anything that you want, or you might get a little snippet and then it disappears, a partial manifestation, doesn't come to anything. What can you do in order to stop that? Or should you just give up on the law of attraction? Should you give up on manifesting your best life? Okay, no, you shouldn't. And I tell you what it is that you need to do, and it's exactly what I did, is you need to find your way, another way. This way just isn't your way. Whatever you've been doing, it's not quite right for you, but you've been plugging away at it because you think if you drop one of the techniques that you're doing, that it just won't happen. And that's not the case at all. And so I'll tell you, do you really, another thing I will say, do you really think that you can drop it? Because believe me, I don't think you'll be able to. I mean, because I thought that I could, because I was really pissed off with it, really as if it was something that wasn't giving me what I wanted, and why was it giving it to everybody else and it wasn't giving it to me? I didn't openly think that, but I know that's how I felt. I felt cross, and I felt like by saying I'm giving up on this, that I was going to annoy something and make something feel sorry for me, whatever this entity was that was bringing me whatever, or wasn't bringing me what I wanted. Of course, it's nothing, it's you, it's all you and your feelings. And of course I was getting exactly what I was feeling, and what I was feeling was I'm not getting anything, so I wasn't getting anything. And the problem is, before I sort of learned a lot more about the law of attraction, I was making things happen left, right and centre, and I was making crazy stuff happen, and I was thinking, how weird is that? Couldn't get my head around it, but of course there was no attachment to the outcome because I didn't know I was doing it, because I live in my head a lot. And when I am visualising and not meaning to, I could be there almost, and when I come out of it, I really feel like that felt so real. And of course I've always done that, so that's why things have happened, because it's just me, it's just the way I am. But when I knew about it, I could not make a thing happen, and I did get frustrated. So I did step away from it for a bit and thought, I'm done with it. It's because I'm not spiritual. That's what I thought. It's because I'm not spiritual, and I just can't get into it, and I can't think that the universe is my BFF, and I can't think the universe has my back. It just doesn't work for me because it doesn't seem to. And then I couldn't let it go, really. A few weeks went by and I thought, oh, there's something in this. I think something little happened that I just thought, and it happened. And I thought, there's definitely something in this. Okay, and I really thought about it. I thought, what am I doing that's not working for me? And I thought, everything. So first off, I was watching too much on YouTube. I was reading stuff that I didn't even remember who half of the authors were. I was just reading book after book after book, just devouring them all and getting little snippets from each one, but then not remembering really what I got from who. And so I was doing that was doing me no good whatsoever. And I kind of knew as I was reading these books that it wasn't doing me any good reading so many books. I was just determined I wanted to make this work. So I was, I tried all the different techniques, scripting, affirmations, all of that, and none of it pretty much worked. And of course none of it worked because of my feeling state. It was nothing to do with what I was doing. But so I thought, what don't I enjoy about this? And I thought, I don't enjoy really reading. I kind of do enjoy reading the books, but then I put them down and I think, well, what did I learn from that? And then I wasn't going ahead and putting it into practice. I was just reading the next one and reading the next one, and not focused really on what I was doing or what I could do and what I wanted. So I thought, okay, so I stopped looking at YouTube, stopped completely pretty much for ages. And I still occasionally I'll look at different people's channels if one is recommended to me, and I'll just pop along and look out of interest, and generally they don't have the same sort of feelings about this as I do, or they will push something that I wouldn't push. But that's not wrong, it's just that it's what they do and work for them, so I only ever talk about what works for me. But I know that it all works if it's your thing. And this is the thing, I had to find another way. I had to find my way, and my way turned out to be really minimal, and that was the problem. And which is silly really, because I know that about myself. I know that I always want the quickest, easiest route, always. I just do, and I always have done, and all of that stuff was becoming hard work, and it's becoming a chore, and I wanted to be an author. That's what I wanted to do this for. I wanted to be an author. Primarily I wanted to be an author, and then I thought I would really like to drop my reactive nature, but that kind of went by the by, because really I wanted to be an author, and I wanted to be an adult fiction author. And I had written a manuscript which I had critiqued by Rebecca Horsfall, who is a published author. She is the author of Dancing on Thorns, and she'd given me an amazing critique, pointed out the flaws in my writing, which I wanted. I really needed to know that, but also was so encouraging and said, you will definitely be published, absolutely, and don't give up and all of that. And So I knew that I could write, but I could not get my head around being an author. And I thought, well, the law of attraction will do this for me. I'll sort it out. I'll just wish it and it will happen. Of course, I didn't believe it. So when I was reevaluating everything, I sat there and I thought, what do I really believe that I can become an author? Because I was, and still am, also a digital media marketing specialist. And I thought, can I be an author? And I didn't feel that I could. And I was honest with myself for once. I thought I was really honest with myself, and I thought, I don't really think that I can. And I was disappointed, so disappointed that I realised that that was my actual belief. And I thought, what can I do with that? And I was disappointed, but then I thought, no, I am not giving up because I know that this works. What do I believe? Do I believe that I can be a writer? And I thought about the term writer, and I thought, that just seems so different to me. And yeah, I know that I can write. So yeah, I do think that I could be a writer. So I got excited with the thought that I can be a writer. I know I can. Okay, how is that different? How is that different? Well, I could write I'd never been good at short stories. I knew I couldn't do that. But I knew that I could write articles because I'd written business articles just in line with my job. So I knew that I could do that. And I'd written blog posts for people. So that's what I did. I submitted an article, and I didn't really care whether it got rejected or not, because I didn't even know whether this was the right route, but I felt so relaxed about it, and it did get rejected. But I didn't then go away disheartened or write another article. I improved that article and I resubmitted it, and it was accepted. And then everyone after that was accepted. And then I became a featured writer, and then I got known for writing relationship articles. So, that's a different head, because I'm writing it not law of attraction based, rational thinking and all that. So I have to put a different head on to do that. And that just became so natural to me, and it happened so fast. I started making some money, and then I wrote a book, a fiction book. And it just came easily to me then, and I didn't doubt that I could do it, and I didn't doubt that people would buy it and all of that. So it just became so much easier when I changed my whole outlook on it and worked with it in a different way. So when I say that I went minimal, what I did was, I knew deep down it's all about my feelings. I knew that I was making things happen with my feelings, so I just worked with that. And I would intend things back in the day. I would intend something and I would really work at feeling it, and then I would think, I've got to let it go now. And sometimes I would let it go easily, and sometimes I wouldn't. And when I didn't, I just worked on accepting. So I read, I think I saw something of Eckhart Tolle's on radical acceptance, and I really liked the idea of that, because I knew I wasn't good at accepting stuff. So I became good at that. So then I decided to accept all of the other things about me that I hadn't liked before, apart from my reactive nature, and I got rid of that. In 6 months, that was gone. I'm not reactive remotely anymore. I've said that before in terms of stuff, so I won't go on about that. But I just changed my whole, that was amazing, because changing my reactive nature actually changed my life. It really did, for the better, because it changed my relationships with people, because I just didn't snap when somebody said something that I didn't like or I perceived to be critical or whatever. It didn't bother me to start with. I thought, oh my God, it just doesn't bother me anymore. And then I would think about my reaction. It would be so different than it would have been had I still had my reactive nature. So lots of things fell into place then. When I became a writer and was doing all of that, I thought, oh, amazing. Oh, I'll have a YouTube channel, and I have a beauty YouTube channel. And I thought, so I can just talk about this stuff, because I'm talking about it to people that get it, and I didn't really think of it as a thing that I was going to get lots of subscribers or anything like that. I just wanted to talk about it to people that understood and that didn't think I was a nutter, basically. And I thought, well, a few people might listen to it, and that's cool. And then it's just grown from there, really, which is where I started my members area. And, I manifested that too. I manifested helping people and being some sort of counsellor and being a coach, because I've always thought I kind of missed my vocation, and people used to say that to me, oh, you missed your vocation, you should be a counsellor, a therapist, because people tell me everything. People have always just opened up to me and told me stuff, and then their friends will say they've never ever said, so if they've said things in front of their friend that they've come out with. One woman once told me about all of her depression and her anxiety, and her best friend was stood next to her. And when she'd gone off to get a drink, her best friend said, oh my God, I'm in shock. She never, ever, ever talks about that. She doesn't even know you. And it's something about me. And so I've always kind of wanted to help people. And now I feel like I'm doing that. So anyway, that's it. Change your perception, change your outlook on the law of attraction, and the way you look at it, the way you manifest, and it will work for you. You'll find your way, and you'll be just super excited that you found your way, and you'll start to make things work. You really will. Anyway, that's me for today. If you don't know anything about my coaching services, then pop over to my website, evsparks.co.uk, and I will put a link below. Or pop over and have a look at my son's channel. That's in the link below. That's the Law of Attraction channel. and I write books, and the links to my books are there too. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed, I would also love for you to do that.